We have been using sites like ATP Jaivatsu, RB Norway or apps like Tekken 7 Chicken to calibrate how good moves are and come up with setups, flowcharts with that knowledge. But don't you think that takes a bit too much of time testing things in-game, referring to these sources, again testing in-game, and this whole cycle takes more time and effort than it should. TekkenBot has been around quite some time and it presents all that information and much more while you are in-game and in real time. Guess that sounds modern enough. It is an open source and free tool which drastically helps cut time and effort gaining all that frame knowledge. Detailed list of features in current version of TekkenBot is covered in a later section of this video. Please note, a part of community thinks it is as a cheat, but my opinion, it just presents same information from all those online sites in a much better form, way and with great ease. That's not what a cheat is. We'll still be referring to age-old methods for frames when we are not in game, but once we boot up Tekken, we don't need to look away just to know what options do we have to deal with some abusable moves someone is spamming online in ranked. We can get TekkenBot from here. I'll try adding website to the description, else you guys can just Google. Make sure you are on correct site with same author as on screen right now. This is the URL and this is the author was0/TekkenBot. Scroll a bit and we see related code files. Looks like they are written in Python, one of the best languages for AI and machine learning. If you are a geek and want to contribute, you can download source code files and try adding features. But for now, if you just want to get a tool and get good at frames knowledge for Tekken, scroll a bit further and we see this link for releases. Here is where we will get our files to download. We'll come back here in a bit. If we check the info provided below, it tells us a thing or two about this project and gives a basic idea to anyone who wants to be a part of this project. Note in bold letters. If for some reason suddenly your frame display stops working, this would be the most probable reason. They have detailed bit later on as to how you can get the new memory address yourself, or an easy way would be wait for them to update on GitHub and simply download the latest version again. It also points out how to start TekkenBot once you have downloaded either the compiled version or source code. For us now, we'll be using the compiled version. Then there are a few sections with some features of TekkenBot and feature plans. It tells a bit about how this thing works, reading data from memory addresses that Tekken uses during runtime. And here they confirm Python version currently they use to develop TekkenBot. And here at last we have memory address update process. Basically, to do it yourself, you have to use a memory editor tool of your preference, or you have to be an expert at Windows console commands, and then simply try following this mantra here. Okay, now let's get to our files. Click the release link we saw earlier. Get the topmost icky latest version zip files. Note it says you have to have your Tekken game run in borderless or window mode so you can see TekkenBot frame overlay. This is because currently TekkenBot cannot draw over Tekken 7 when it is in full screen exclusive mode. You will have to decompress or unzip this after download. Since I have already done this, I'll be transitioning to the folder. You will see something like this after you have decompressed the downloaded folder, the zip file, and that's all. To run the app, you have to run this as an admin. Running this normally would work too. And let me just transition to my game right now. To use it, you have to first run Tekken. Here I am inside game. Make sure borderless or Windows is selected, and now we run the exe. Give me a moment, I'll run the exe, and you will see the TekkenBot overlay pop up on the screen when it's done. It will take just a moment. And there is it. That's okay. Now we see the overlay. The frames will be displayed anytime it detects a battle. If you want to check on the logs what's happening in the background, you can do so via separate window. And now we'll go to the different section where I'll explain a bit about all the features provided by TekkenBot. Let's see the features available in current version of TekkenBot. All the options are pretty much straightforward. You can yourself tell what they are stand for. So going through them quickly. First you will see restart, which will close the app and start it again, and print will print all the commands you have just done since the start of this session with all the data captured, all the columns and data there into a file. Then you can export that file, make it a hard copy or share as your preference. And then the second option, lists down all the columns available that you can see the data for. Again, the bracket have all the info you need to know about that. Input command type, internal move ID number, internal move name, then attack type is like high, mid, low, startup frames for any move, frame advantages on block, frame advantage on hit, counter hit. I have not them active yet because I don't need it. I will just Kai charge and see the frame advantage in game. This will become more clear when we will see this demo in game, so bear with me. Active frame connected on total active frames, then total number of frames in move, frames before attackers can act minus the frames before defender can act will actually give the number of frames you are advantageous or disadvantageous after doing a move. Notes if the system can find any particular notes about the move you just did. Then third option,